Hey fellow agents, this is Agent Smith and we are playing Kentucky Route Zero. So, in our previous episode we traveled up and down the river. We actually ended up at Ida and Sam's restaurant, Sam and Ida's restaurant. We went through all of that segment and we continued on down the river. But I had to go ahead and stop because we decided to go ahead and check out a show in the next location. And it kind of went forward. I'm going to go ahead and hit continue, and we're going to launch into the next episode and see what that is all about in Act 4, Scene 10. I were on my fingers there. There we go, 10. It's a neighborhood. This was talking about the fact that there's a bunch of houseboats in this area that are kind of built a little semi-neighborhood. So let's go ahead and check out. This guy's got a Theremin. I recognize that. That's a very cool instrument. Makes like spacey noises. Yep, exactly like that. The height of your arm on one bar, and then the movement of the other one against that. It uses electrical energy through your body to make music. It's beautiful. But it's a sound. It's used also for UFOs and stuff in old film. Oh. I remember this. Told you. Yeah. You don't have to say it. Only because it's always true. She plays at the flower shop. Serrano opened. He was having trouble with his tape machine, so he just droned out on the lap steel. He got really into it, and he went on for like forever. Everyone was falling asleep. Not everyone. I remember the air was warm, perfumed. We were playing with some petals found on the floor, and I was looking at the ceiling. I remember the ceiling was glass. During the week, that room was a greenhouse. I don't even know where they put all the plants. When they have bands in, maybe outside if the weather was nice. It was nice that night, warm, smelling like spring. I remember the folding chairs, so uncomfortable, but I guess it was their only option. They had to pack everything up during the week so there'd be room to display the flowers. The tape stuff sounds good. That kid's doing a good job. Yep, he's a natural-born tape player. All that tape stuff we recorded. So, we were talking about him earlier at the gas station. Sure, I haven't forgotten Cricket. Cool. Yeah, I know. Any, what do you think about Ezra traveling with us for a while? We were in the back. Just watching Serrano. Serrano was really getting into it. He studied it. It's fun to watch his eyebrows when he plays. They're very expressive, but they don't match the music at all. Like he's channeling one feeling into his guitar and diverting everything else out through his eyebrows. I watched for a while before I noticed you'd left to wander. Of course, I followed. If I sound hesitant or something, it's just when we met, we were nothing, just these little gray shadows, and we grew and filled in, but we all did that together, Ezra. Ezra, sure, he's just a kid, but he's already a person. What would that do to our system, our chemistry? We took a wrong turn in the hallway and ended up in the basement. I remember the air was cool and damp like a cave. I remember the lingering perfume of the greenhouse giving way to an earthy plant smell, like we were digging down into the roots. It was a little spooky though, so we went outside instead. There was a horse tied up in the parking lot. Whose horse could that have been? Did somebody come to the show on horseback, or maybe he belonged to someone in the neighborhood? It was a residential area. We went back inside to see if we could identify the horse's owner. Nobody in the greenhouse looked like they came in on a horse. We thought you heard a truck in the alley, loose and rattling like it might have had a trailer. When we got outside, it had vanished. We wandered between some low houses and came out onto an empty street. Hey, I got the masters for the new record back from Lazar. They're okay, but What? You listened to them without me? You were at the pet shop. I didn't think I could tear you free. Oh, okay. Anyway, there are a few spots where the strings distorted a little, and the whole thing has way too much reverb. But overall, it sounds pretty good. The new drum machine fits right in the mix. Nice. The only question is how to do it live. I can't control the drum machine and sing and dance at the same time, and you've got your hands full of guitar. There was a playground across the street. We found a shoebox by the swing set. We wanted to open it. So did I. So you opened it, and there was that frog. You put him in your pocket, and he traveled with us for 6 months. What a charmer. We got back to the greenhouse just as Clara was tuning up. She relaxed her shoulders, took a deep breath, raised her both hands into their precise positions, and the room started shaking. Clara hit a note that made the glass rattle in sympathy, a perfect 2 octaves lower. She looked like a sorceress tearing down the building with an effortless wave and an incredible focus, coaxing the empty air into some kind of moaning, rattling demon. That's the thing about the theremin. It's the only instrument you never touch. You could see a wave of concern propagating through the greenhouse, people looking up at the trembling glass ceiling, looking at each other to see if anyone else was worried, trying to catch Clara's eye and discern if she was doing it on purpose or not, if she were really trying to bury us all in glass. So how do you think we'll swing that? Playing the drum machine live? We'll figure it out somehow. Maybe glue it to the back of your guitar. Oh yeah. Or swap the buttons out for foot pedals. Or put the drums on tape for it beforehand, like Serrano does. Oh yeah. I guess we have a lot of options. Life is full of possibilities, Cricket. Yes, ma'am. It was a tense 5 minutes. We, the audience, alternated between fearing for our lives and lamenting hers that could have given her the kind of emotional experience to play this devastating song. Then slowly, gently, Clara's hands came to rest. The theremin went quiet and the glass stopped rattling and the room relaxed unharmed. Cool, and she eventually played from our boat for the audience of people that live on the boats in the area. Let me get my Will voice ready. Because we know that's who's narrating these boat rides. I'm out of drinks. Oh well. I only got about another 20 minutes, so. I met a photographer once. One in particular. She even took my portrait. I can't imagine why. She said it would immortalize me. That was a metaphor, of course. She meant I'd never be forgotten. As she was disembarking, not far from here actually, the film fell out of her bag and was borne away by the current. I was working on deck at the time, and she shot me a sad, apologetic glance, but I wasn't bothered. It's no shame to be forgotten. Floating down the river we go. Ooh, what's this spiral thing? Looks like we got to a new segment here. Moving on up. Act 4, Scene 12. What happened to 11? Was that last 11? It was 11. 10? I feel like we skipped something. The Silo of Late Reflections. I guess in between are technically ones. Every time they do a little story with the boat. I fully feel like we missed one. We're at the car. What's left of us, anyway. I'm surprised Conway's gone. That's interesting. What's with this place, Dogwood Drive? It's in a small town, or... I really don't know. I got the manifest the old man had in his truck here. Lizette's Antiques. Mail order delivery. No return address. Shipping address is 5 Dogwood Drive. Packing list. And then it's just numbers. I guess the inventory numbers of the antiques he was supposed to be delivering. Anyway, I'm glad you're coming with us. Yes, I'm always eager to see more of the country, and I enjoy the company. I will have to find a bus or train to get onto Nashville by evening. Well, they have buses everywhere, right? Or hey, I could drive you to Nashville. Seems I have a truck now. Only, how are we gonna eat it up? How are we gonna get it up these stairs? That's quite a staircase. Is there something we could do with rope? Sure. I can think of a few things. Nothing that'll get the truck up the staircase, though. Sex stuff. Looks like we're making the rest of this trip on foot. Is it safe to just leave the truck here? Sure. I don't think anyone but us could get it started again. All right, Cricket. Let's get this delivery packed and tied into bundles. We're hiking it upstairs. What's in there? Antiques, I guess. Antiques? Yeah, antiques are. It's like junk, but people will pay for it. Oh. Sorry. I guess we'll be taking the bus after all. It's okay. It will be an adventure. Shannon sighs and stretches. Tired? Don't worry, lady. We're almost there. This has been a long trip to get to one fucking delivery. I have to agree with that shit. Oh, that's what the stairs. I was like, this little tiny stairs down here on the bottom? Like, that's not even stairs right there. No, they're talking about this whole spirally thing. So the boat's docked up, but they're going to have to get the packages out of the boat, pack them up, and then carry them the whole way because this spiral staircase is not going to allow them to bring the boat with them. So, or at least won't let them bring the truck with them, should I say. The only way I think they're probably going to have to get this truck off is to actually bring it back around to the reclaimed spaces office. That's probably it. She'll have to actually live with these people for long enough to get that done. As apparently, other than walking, a vehicle's only got one way in and out. But either way, that's the end of Act 5. But I got about 15 to 20 minutes left, so let's go ahead and move on into the segue. Act 4, my bad. Pueblo de Nada, or the House of Nothing, if you don't speak Spanish. I don't either, but I know enough to know that is the Pueblo, or House of de Nada, Nothing. The House of Nothing. What do we have here? Hopefully it's not a very long one. I don't want to push this too far for you guys, but at the same time, if it runs long, it runs long, right? Well, that's like a mesh glass window, like the mesh wiring in a glass window. Those look like, yep, from a door. Yeah, I knew it. We got a window over here. Looks like we're getting some more story going on here. God, I love this style. I'm not late, am I? Maybe she's delivering a video. No, we don't start for a few more minutes. You can leave your tape with Slow-Mo Crow. Tape? Oh, sorry, I'm Maya. Right, the traveling artist, welcome. I'm Emily. I work here. Great. Rita says you're the producer. Oh, did she? I guess so. I do a little bit of everything. Yeah. I know the feeling. You weren't around earlier at the lunch thing. No, I don't live in town. I just come into work on the station. Really? That's quite a hike, isn't it? I'm trying to do an accent. I suck at female accents. I suck at normal accents, let alone female. I know some shortcuts. Oh, okay. I wonder what her deal is. So what's your deal? I could have phrased that differently. Oh, well, I'm an artist. I work with earth. I'm kind of an earth sculptor. I make stuff that looks a lot like the mounds you have here in town. Oh, the burial mounds? Yeah, that's why I come down here. You see them up close and make some sketches. To see them up close, even. They're amazing, right? They make me uncomfortable, to be honest. It seems kind of weird to build a town in a graveyard. Sure, every town has a graveyard, but usually the town comes first. Oh, I'll check it. I'll check if Rita's ready. If you can just hang out back here somewhere, we'll let you know when it's time to come on set. Great. Great. Thanks for everything. And thanks for having me, even. You too. I mean, you know what I mean. Ugh, why am I so awkward with visitors here? Just used to seeing the same 12 people day in and day out, I guess. Oh, good lord, they changed the style of everything. Oh. Looks like the ceiling is holding up okay. Just the usual leaks. Ben and Bob working on a project. We found that radio in the woods a week ago, or a week or two ago. I cleaned the circuits with rubbing alcohol and left it in the sun. Seems like it was working okay again. So why are they taking it apart? Oh, Lord. Hope the neighbors are okay. Trying to click everything as I do this? At least the floor is staying dry. My left boot is a little soggy. Looks like I just made it before the sky broke down. Oh right, Serrano's here to help with the weather report. That should be cool. Elmo gets a lot more into it when he has some noise to vibe on. The video data bank. It used to be on the other side of the room, and the couch was in this corner. We moved it here where the ceiling is least leaky. It's further from the windows too, so sunlight doesn't bleach the labels. So much of archiving is just playing hide and seek with weather. Slow-mo Crow, keeping an eye on the control board. Keep up the good work, Mo. Oh, it's a literal crow. Holy shit. Oh, James left a patch wired up on the image processor. Nice. Maybe there'll be time to play with it after the show. Time to start the show. Okay, ready when you are. How does it look outside? Gross. Yeah, well, I'm not surprised. Saturn is in retrograde. What does that even mean? Yep. I think it'll let up. I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see what Elmo says. My poor tomatoes. Okay, in 3, 2. Hi, it's Rita. This is your evening broadcast. 8192. Wow, it's really raining out there. Damn, I can hear it from here. We have a few leaks. Put some pots and bowls underneath them. Thanks, Ron, for lending us your extra pots and bowls. I hope you had a good day, despite the weather. Although it was really nice earlier, right? I had a good day, too. I met a new friend. She's going to join us in about a minute or so. Maybe you saw her earlier around lunch. Or if you didn't meet her, then you'll meet her in a minute. Or if you met her already, but you still want to hang out, I'm sure there's plenty that we can talk about. Wow. This is 8192. Is that right, Emily? Sounds reasonable. Yep. That's a lot of broadcasts. I came in around the fives, so I've only been around half of them. And back then, in the fives, let's see, I did Night Noise, we had the Swap Show, bird show, and people were just coming in and dropping off tapes all the time, and I thought I had a message. and now it's just the evening broadcast. But it's not like, I'm not saying that it's declining, that we're in decline or anything like that. I love the evening broadcast. I think it was the first show we had on there. It was the first show not produced by a power company. It was the first community show, yeah. It was hypnotic. Those empty humming shots of trees and glowing-eyed animals. Before that it was security footage from the woods. Yeah. So it's the spine of the station. Or maybe it's the heart. Or is it the skin? What part of WEVP part of the WEVP body do you think this is? Why don't you come on by and tell us about it? We're gonna be here for another 30 minutes or so. Well, if you don't want to brave the storm, you can always give us a call at the same number as always, 270-216-5556. I am so fucking calling that before I finish this. 270-216-5556. I have to see if that's a real number. These guys are awesome. Okay. We're going to start with a tape. This is an old one. It's one of mine, but maybe you haven't seen it. Or if you've seen it, it's been a while, so maybe you've forgotten. Shit. What? She asked me to queue up her tape. Pueblo de nada. Where is it? I don't know. It's probably still shelved. I'll find it. Ron, silently mouse, thank you. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, it's lightning. Okay. Rita's tape should be on a shelf back here. Emily scans the shelf of videotapes. I had these alphabetical. To herself absently. Can't keep anything here organized for long. We should put this all in chronological order, although I guess it's hard to remember sometimes the order of things. And some of these tapes were made at the same time, where we started one video and then started another in the middle, and then came back later, and time is out of joint. It's like sweeping a beach. Oh, wait a minute. Something fell behind the shelf here. Emily pulls a grimy tape case from behind the shelf. Gross, it's damp. She opens the case. It's empty. Ron said that he'd started filing the old stuff by language, so... Favorite tires, that's English. Disagreeable birds, also English. The zone, that's in Japanese. Fiesta salvaje. Getting warmer. Un pueblo de nada. What would you all do without me? Oh, we gotta put it in here. I'll queue up Rita's tape now. Here you go, Mo. Hold off on playing this until Rita's done setting it up. Thanks, babe. Your station is run by a crow. Are you fucking for real? Ready when you are, Rita. Some people, they lived here a long time ago, before the company town, before the airships, like over 100 years ago. Okay, so I hope you enjoy it. Ready, Emily. I'm gonna narrate this other part if there's a segment for it. Oh, it's a segment going on. Hope this sign isn't getting wet. Sherry's just repainted it. I wonder what Maya thinks of the dock. This is cool. Have you seen it before? I knew she'd be Hispanic. I should say something nice. Yeah, it's something else. You don't have to sound convinced. It's not bad the way to learn about history, though. It's not a bad way to learn about history, though.
She did a lot of research for this tape. People of nothing.
Pueblo? No. The house of nothing, not the fucking people. A pueblo is a house. How dare they fuck this up?
The people of nothing. We still have a few of those worn-up notebooks they left. I guess that guy from the university took the rest. What did he say he was working on? Oh, right. The Archive of Utopian Thought. Some big preservations project, I guess. So now the people of nothing, the house of nothing, are on a shelf somewhere and here on this tape.
It is history, right? Or is it just a story?
It's a good tape. It's good to have a portrait of the people who used to live here, and it does a good job to communicating who they are and what they did, what they were like, I think. People should know. A community shouldn't just disappear even when it disappears.
Or is there even a difference?
Although now the tape is just here on a shelf. Every once in a while we dust it off and it shuffles around the airways again like an old dog.
Sorry. Did I say something wrong?
Oh no. I'm sorry, I just have some weird shit going on in my head right ahead today. You know what I mean?
Oh sure, it's okay.
Sorry I spaced out.
Don't worry about it.
You should.
Oh, should I go sit?
Yeah, it's almost over.
And more voices. God damn you all.
Next up is Maya's interview.
Oh shit, I've been doing two of them at the same time. Or Rita. So where are you staying tonight?
Where are you staying tonight? Here in town.
Oh good.
Here in town.
Oh man, I gotta find a voice for her.
Here in town. Oh good.
Yeah. Even before the storm came in, I thought it'd be nice to get some rest before the long hike back to the highway. Ron offered his loft. A what? Okay. He said I could sleep in his loft. Oh, honey. He's talking about his barn. Ron, nobody wants to sleep in your barn. It's not haunted.
But it is haunted. Bob got some pretty clear voices there in his tape recorder. He wanted to have a seance, but he couldn't round up enough brave souls to go all the way around the table.
You'll stay at my place. Oh, thanks.
With that storm coming, I should probably find somewhere to stay out of here tonight. Well, I guess the loft is freed after if I dare.
And do you need anything?
Actually, do you have an extra toothbrush? It'd be nice to sleep under the stars.
I think I do, actually.
Oh my god. I've been in the woods, you know.
Right.
I actually used a twig this morning. I kind of chewed up one end. No stars tonight, though.
I've done that.
Really? I'm disappointed. I thought I invented it.
Even better, you can chew on some pine needles. It really refreshes your breath. I mean, it's not perfect.
Wow. That's roughing it. Just close your eyes and pretend, I guess.
Right, exactly. And even then, it's just not the same as real toothpaste.
What the hell are they talking about?
Emily waves at Rita. Oh, okay. Hi, so I hope you enjoyed that video. Like I said, that was from like, it's several years old, and I can't remember exactly. Okay. So like, I hope you enjoyed that video. Like I said, that was from like, I lost track of everybody. Hopefully I got these voices right. It's several years old and I can't remember exactly. I enjoyed it very much. Well, thank you, Maya. Whisper now. What's next? I brought in a tape. Oh, okay. You good? All queued up. Gotta check on the boys. I just want to not do this anymore. Miss you, Cross-Eye. What the hell are they doing? Ben and Bob are seated on a couch, poking at the electronic innards of a radio. So, then it won't mute while it scans between stations? Okay. Because that's where they live, right? No, you just want that constant static noise. Right, the noise. That's where they live. They don't live anywhere, dude. They're ghosts. Okay. Why does it matter? Why does it matter where you tune the radio? It's like it's like soil on your garden. You need rich soil, right? Mashed up, rotten leaves and stuff like compost. Oh, hey. Hey, Em. How's the show? What the hell are they doing? What are you doing to that poor radio? Working on a oh, I got Bob wrong. Bob and Ben. Working on a new ghost box. This guy Frank wrote about it in his newsletter. The Paranormal Periodical. No, that's Sylvia's. Frank's is the Ghost Gazette. The radio crackles as it scans rapidly across the spectrum. Snippets of voices mixed with colored noise and unfamiliar interference patterns. Did you hear that? That was definitely a voice from beyond the grave. Sounded like, It clearly sounded... I clearly heard Dogwood in there. Yeah, kinda. Sounded more like Frogwood to me. The hell is Frogwood? Or what the hell is Frogwood? Man, I don't tell the ghost what to say. Did you hear that, Emily? It must have been Dogwood. Dogwood, of course. I guess it doesn't matter. The ghost voices don't really come out until you play back the recording later. They only exist in recordings, like a copy without an original, a mirror reflecting something that isn't in the room. Eerie, like the mounds. The burial mounds here in town. You think they're haunted? No. Sure, probably, but I meant they're like the reflection. The people who made them lived hundreds of years ago. The whole society is long gone, and now we just have these lingering echoes without any trace of context. Yeah, that is kind of eerie. So the ghosts speak and we can't hear it, but the tape recorder can hear it? Is that right? I don't know. Sometimes I think it's more like the recording itself is a ghost. Like, that's what ghosts are. Recordings of events that didn't happen. When someone... didn't happen. No, they definitely did happen. But anyway, they're ghosts. They would have to have happened at some point. When something keeps leaving new marks even after it's gone. False memories. Oh, boy. That randomness of conversations, I'll tell you. The bowls on the floor are getting full pretty quickly.
hope somebody is planning to empty these. Somebody else. The town looks really empty. I wonder if that's if it's true in cities too. If rain makes it all look empty. I'm trying to remember. What's a big city I've been in when it rained? Oh, Chicago. Downpour on Western Avenue. We took shelter in a gas station. Does it just look empty because everyone stays inside? No, there's something uncanny about a town in thunderstorm. It's like a reanimated corpse. Ugh, more leaks. This is not sustainable.
Are we ready to move forward?
James has been working on this circuit diagram for a while. The diagram has been on a chalkboard for at least a couple of months. It's a schematic for some essential component in the image processor. Nobody understands it but James. That's the point. He's trying to clean it up and simplify it a bit. He'll publish a simplified diagram and everyone can build an image processor. Meanwhile, it's like hieroglyphics in here. The schematic seems to get more eerie the longer James is away. He understands it, which keeps it tethered in the realm of the human. Otherwise, it might as well be lichen.
Oh, there's more people. Okay.
It's Ron's big moment.
So, okay, Ron. Anything that you want to talk about the tape? Everything on that tape was wild. Really? Everything? Wild stuff indeed. Even the horses? Everything on that tape was wild.
Got some forged folk tapes. Planes used to leave these thick black marks on the runway at our little airstrip. I guess it was from coming in so fast on such a short runway, or maybe cheap tires. I don't really know.
Where were the horses? Were the horses wild? I thought those were the horses here. Oh, the neighbors. We call the horses here the neighbors. No, I didn't recognize that one. I don't think there are any wild horses anymore. Really? How could that be? Oh, well, they've all been domesticated. Are the neighbors domesticated? We don't own them. No, they're feral.
Tracks bleach out in the sun, and then next time it rained, they'd appear again as oily after images on a runway. Now it's been decades since anyone has landed here, but those marks still come out when it rains.
Oh, right. In your documentary, you'd said that the people used to live here and had freed their horses? Oh God, I hope I'm getting these voices right. Exactly, but you can free your pet cat, but it won't turn back into a panther.
Right. That's a kind of haunting, a kind of ghost, like Ben was saying. But everything is a ghost around here these days. It's a ghost town with people still living in it, against all reason. Despite all the pain in the town's history, the Pueblo did not have vanished. The airstrip went bankrupt. The company town buckled under guilt and exploitation. Even the first people here, all we have left of them is their graves.
What about the dogs? Aran? Was the dog wild? Everything in the tape was wild.
I just hope the ending isn't so dramatic. Maybe we can decline peacefully into irrelevance.
There we go. Oof, I couldn't say that right. Irrelevance.
And then one day stop, completely unnoticed. That sounds nice.
It didn't look wild to me. I guess it's a matter of perspective. I'm not sure I agree, but now it's time for the weather. Thanks again, Ron.
We're hanging on a long path. We're hanging on long past our expiration date.
Well, the weather should be pretty wild. I can hear it for myself right now. Yeah, getting pretty intense out there. Do you get storms like this a lot? More and more. I keep, like, fluctuating between Indian and Mexican with her.
Right, of course. And then, of course, there's the actual ghost.
Alright, here's Elmo with the weather report, and lucky us, we also have Cyrano Cole, who stopped by and to add some drama musically. I hear he's going to be at the Rum Colony later tonight if you need a cocktail after the show. So let's go live to Elmo for the weather report.
Oh, is Elmo ready? I should make sure the camera's pointed in the right direction.
Boom. Well, I have probably been recording for about a half an hour or so I should probably make sure the camera is pointing the right direction on the next episode. I hope that you guys have been enjoying this. I hate to take this in the middle of the segment because I have a feeling I'm going to go to that weather report and it's just going to be like, boom, done. But at the same time, I never know. These segments just run so crazy. Like, there's a real freaking chance that the last episode is going to be like double long or super fucking short because of the simple fact that it's hard to tell and feel like an ending. It just, I don't know, it's like a game about nothing and also surreal. It's like if David Lynch and the Seinfeld show or Larry David got together and wrote a new project that just went nowhere but was weird, like a Larry David Lynch project, an LDL project even. But nonetheless, I do enjoy it. The story is interesting in the respect of wanting to know where it's all going to end up going. And like I said, for me, as is probably noticeable in this episode, it is hard as hell for me to keep track of all the different voices that I've done for people and getting them exactly right. So it's just too many of them. I should have gone with normal stuff, and I didn't realize there would be so many characters to this. It's like reading a novel or watching a show. But nonetheless, it's enjoyable. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and if you did, well then I'll see you all in the next episode of Kentucky Route Zero. Have a great day.
Oh, hey. I see that you guys are done with this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, you can see another one over here on the right hand side. And of course, we've also got one on the left as well. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time.